Hey there, Star Wars and Comlink fans, and any non-Star Wars fans that might have found us by accident. Don't go anywhere. It's time for your weekly Star Wars news. We're getting closer to the release date of The Force Awakens, and that means that Maestro John Williams is hard at work composing the score. You guys, he's doing it like right now, maybe. Anyway, this time, the score will be recorded in the United States. After recording the previous 6 films at Abbey Road with the London Symphony Orchestra, Williams will work on the Episode 7 score with a freelance orchestra he's worked with on many other projects here in Los Angeles. Lucasfilm says the music will be recorded over several months. Several months. All right, well, let's talk about this. First of all, the London Symphony Orchestra has been recording Star Wars since 1977. In fact, the first Star Wars movie was the very first collaboration that John Williams had creatively with those musicians and that school of musical training. The advantages it gave is that it just had a wonderful, huge, full orchestral sound with a group of musicians that were used to playing together. So it is breaking from tradition. However, John Williams has scored so many different movies in LA, all the movies with Spielberg and so many others, and the players here are world class. I mean, the Force Awakens trailer was scored in LA and it sounded awesome. What the real good news here is, I think, in my opinion, is that he's going to have the opportunity to work with Bad Robot, located here in LA, to go back in and do pickups as many times as they need to. That means any incoming visual effects shots that are coming in later, any picture changes, any revisions that the director wants, John Williams is going to be able to go in and pick up. So we're not going to get a heavily edited score. We'll actually get a very full, rich, nuanced, detailed score. But hey, that's just my opinion. All I can say is I think it's great news. I don't know if it's typical. Matt Booker from Jedi News UK asked me online, is this typical? I don't know. I know on the Lord of the Rings films, they definitely went in multiple times in order to chase all the picture changes. So I think on some of these big movies where the music is so critical, maybe it is typical. It's good news all around. So I can't wait to buy the soundtrack, and of course, not until after I see the movie. Finally, Star Wars Battlefront will debut at Celebration Anaheim. Yay! Fans who have been excited about the game since EA released a trailer for it in June of last year will be able to see the game in just a few short weeks. Though EA hasn't shared detailed information yet, I'm guessing fans will at the very least be able to watch some sort of gameplay, and basically there will be enough teased to make you buy Battlefront as soon as it's released during the holiday season this year. I know I'm going to. Battlefront, so near and dear to my heart. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Star Wars is everywhere. Especially, you should see behind the scenes back here. Anyway, the latest example, researchers have named a South American catfish species after a character in A New Hope. Biological sciences professor Jonathan Armbruster and other researchers thought the catfish resembled the green bug-eyed Greedo, and whoa, that's a little specious, I think, right? Bug-eyed, ooh. Let's try that again. Scientists thought that this catfish looked like the handsome, well-groomed Rhodian Greedo and named it Pecoltia greedoi. Did I say that right? I don't know. Sounds like Huttese to me. We hear that this type of fish actually doesn't shoot first, so that's good for, you know, anyone who lives in the ocean. We recently learned that the title of the first Star Wars spin-off film is Rogue One. You all know that. You also know that it stars Felicity Jones. However, that might be the last we hear about the film until the fall. Well, almost. You'll see what I mean in a second when I say Paramount Pictures is basically saying they called dibs on the word rogue for promoting Mission Impossible Rogue Nation out in July. I guess there is such a thing as too many rogues. Ba-da-boom! Thank you, Figure and Don in the modal notes. Sources report that Paramount and Disney quickly worked out a deal that prevents Disney from referring to Rogue One in any marketing materials leading into and including the summer, with one exception. Disney is allowed to promote the film at Celebration Anaheim. But with Rogue One more than a year away, marketing won't kick in anyway until well after Mission Impossible has come and gone. Which I'm excited to see that too. Ever since Disney purchased Lucasfilm, fans have been cracking jokes about Princess Leia joining all of the other Disney princesses, right? Even Carrie Fisher has considered it. In fact, during a recent panel at Indiana Comic-Con, she joked about how she gets to go to the Disney princess meetings now and is, you know, teaching them how to be good shots and find their more powerful selves. I can't picture Leia really fitting in with the other princesses, and, well, a new parody video from Girl Pants Productions shows how the induction ceremony into becoming a Disney princess might go. It's totally amusing, and it's super awkward, and it makes me actually like Princess Leia even more. You can get the link to the video in the description below. The The lineup of creators on Marvel's ongoing Star Wars comics is changing. Artist John Cassaday is stepping down after issue number 6, a yet-to-be-announced guest artist is illustrating issue 7, and Stuart Immonen is stepping in on issue 8 to work with writer Jason Aaron. Now, Immonen has previously worked on comics such as Superman, X-Men, Spider-Man, so in other words, we're in really good hands. Technology is catching up with science fiction. Boeing has filed a patent for a force field system that could protect vehicles from nearby explosions. Now, the system apparently wouldn't deflect projectiles aimed right at the vehicle, but is intended to muffle the incoming shock wave from an explosion, which is often the most damaging, apparently. Now, without going all Bill Nye on you and getting into the physics of it, like I could, the basics are that the light from the explosion is detected ahead of the shockwave, and an arc generator, using lasers, superheats and electrically charges the air around the vehicle, turning it into a temporary plasma bubble that will absorb and deflect the incoming blast energy. Now, if Boeing figures out how to install these on TIE fighters, the rebels would be in very, very big trouble. You know, I always wanted shields on a TIE fighter. Yeah. Finally, we want to thank you for all your tweets and all your entries to win the R2-D2 hat the week before last. Congratulations go out to our big winner, Mariah Lambis of Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Congratulations, Mariah. Be sure to click the subscribe button for news, interviews, and more Star Wars content from the Comlink. Also, only 265 days left until The Force Awakens. Now, before we wrap up, I want to say that Celebration is around the corner. It's just a few weeks away, and everyone in this room is staying up late at night, working really, really hard to bring all kinds of wonderful content to Celebration. If we can't see you there, you'll be able to tune into the Comlink right after Celebration for all kinds of great stuff. Because of this preparation that's going on, the Comlink is going to take a little break. I know, everybody, calm down. Okay, it's fine. Just going to take a short break. We'll be around here and there, we'll be checking in with you, but we'll be back with our regularly scheduled programming sometime in late April after Celebration, along with a whole lot of other really cool stuff. Until then, I'm David Collins saying, may the Force be with you.